Hello, Jerry again. Today is December 21st, 2023. I'm actually getting more videos recorded than I planned on the first week, but it's actually right before Christmas, so a lot of phone calls, emails slow down and stuff like that, which is really nice. Do a little catch up, some breathing room. But on this video number 6, I wanted to talk about the leave off of video 5 is when I'm starting to bid a project, do my takeoffs. I kind of in video 5 explained to you how I kind of lay things out, format things, get phone calls and all that done, blah, blah, blah. Go back and listen to it. When that's already set up and I start doing my takeoffs, I have my way doing it that I explained to you guys, but I do a lot of my takeoffs by hand nowadays, and I've used that, like in the past videos I talk about that, but I've used other software, nothing against it. Okay. Just the way I'm set up now, I don't need it. But I literally am old school. I mean, there's the paper I use. I'll write the name of the job. I always put the date, and whatever I'm doing takeoffs on, I put the bid item number there, whether I created it or they did. I make notes on the drawings, on the specs. I put page 2 or drawing C1 or drawing E1 or whatever. I make notes on all my takeoffs. So when I go back to double check triple check, I do more than double, triple check my takeoffs. I'm always can look at my volumes, look at my areas, whatever it may be, square foot, cubic yards, tons, you name it, whether it's riprap, crushed rock, asphalt, excavation hauls, whole 9 yards. I can always go back with my takeoffs and go straight to the drawings or straight to the spec book or wherever and put back together what I had in my mind at that time and cross-check things. You might have a sewer line that's starting out at existing manhole that's 22 feet deep, and then it might be a really flat line, but you have up, your topo might be up and down, but you usually cut out the subgrades. You take care of that during the excavation, but or you might have a step manhole where it picks up and you're running 8 feet depth. So when I do my takeoffs, I always try to cross-reference to whatever drawing and spec and whatever. If I'm reading the spec, drinking a glass of wine at night and boring freaking reading, and all of a sudden like, whoa, they want that kind of backfill on this section of pipe? Why did they show that in the drawings? Well, they can hold you that spec. So then I'll stop whatever I'm doing, put my wine down and go over there and make notes on my takeoffs for the next day to change things or change my backfill or whatever it may be. Or they want to go from 30-34 to, I'm making this up, ductile iron because it's shallow, cross, whatever the excuse may be. Whether it's slurry or CDF backfill, they want in certain areas. I make all those notes on my takeoffs, and they're all numbered, layered. Some takeoff might be 8 pages. It'll be like, 1 out of 10 I'll write on up here in the corner. 2 out of 10, 3 out of 10, 4 out of 10, 5 out of 10. And that's all for that one bid item. Let's say whether it's trenching or whatever, water, whatever. I keep a separate yellow one in case I'm catching something my subs need to be catching. And usually they catch their own stuff. But if I see something in there, I'm like, I better call the curb guy because they want to go from a C curb to a standard curb and gutter or sort of Miami rolled curb, whatever it may be. I'm keeping side notes that are linked to either division numbers, section numbers, drawings, whatever, to my takeoffs. I keep all that. I keep it even until the job is completely built. We get the job and build the job. I keep that. My drawings that I bid on, that I use for bidding and estimating, when I get the job, I never give those. Those are mine for life. I usually keep them for like 5 or 6 years and I throw them away or burn them. But I keep them for years if I land the job. And I don't let my field guys have them. I don't do any of that because it's got all my highlights. I got more crayons than kids do here. Highlighters, everything, tags. I have everything laid out with my thought process. I'm kind of old school. I still got recorders to remind me to do things. Hey, on tomorrow you need to call this person or blah, blah, blah. I keep recorders at all times to help me remember. I got a whiteboard that I make. It's a lot smaller than my old one. When I moved, I got a smaller one, but I had a gigantic one before, but this one works now. But I make fast notes if I'm on the phone so I don't forget. I'm always tracking my thought pattern when I'm doing takeoffs and when I'm putting production together. Anyway, I just thought I'd do another video on how I set up for my takeoffs and how I organize it with drawings and reference numbers. And I repeat myself a lot. But that means you're a good freaking estimator and project manager if you repeat yourself a lot, because it keeps it in your memory. So other than that, that's about all I got. It's kind of a boring week. The reason I'm doing more videos, I'm catching up on invoicing and bond requests. Remember I was telling you about the bonds? Still doing the bond request. So have a wonderful and blessed day.